Well, hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and please forgive the mess that's in the shop. Again, I've been busy. I have a new product today that is put out by Double Alpha, and for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Chris Harris. I own a small firearms manufacturing company called Harris Arms LLC out of Mississippi. Now, this isn't my primary job. This is kind of something I do on the side. Primarily, actually, some may say it's odd. I don't think it's odd, but primarily I'm a pastor. So I pastor 2 small Baptist churches here in Mississippi, and I build and sell firearms on the side. But I also, along with the firearms, I also load ammunition. So I have a Dillon 750 Progressive press that I use to load 9mm 223. You can use it to do some precision rifle stuff actually as well. I have some heads that float that allow for more precision work in that end, but mainly for 9mm 223 and 300 blackout is what I run. But one of the problems with the 750, or at least for my setup that I have over there, you can like see the blue thing back there in the back, is lighting. So you really need to be able to see what you're doing when you're loading. So I have a little almost like a shop light that I hang on the side of that thing when I use it. Well, Double Alpha has came out with, and before I go into that for 2 seconds, there are other options for lighting. There's always been some type of LED lighting available for those 750s, or at least since I've set mine up. And it just hasn't seemed, I don't want to say affordable, because I mean I could buy it, but it seemed overly priced maybe to an extent, and it didn't seem like a good product. Well, this product that Double Alpha has come out with, it's pretty neat. So they're making the LED strips in specific shapes for specific presses. So I have the ones for the Dillon 750 XL, which also fits the 650. But the deal is that instead of putting the control module onto the lighting board, they have the control module separate. So you can have, what they can do, the reason why they did that is so they can make the lighting board separate and make them a little bit cheaper. So what you could do is you could buy a control module with one of your lighting boards for a single head, but then you can buy separate, cheaper lighting boards for each head that you have. Because I have a couple, I'll probably end up with 4 or 5, but right now I just keep one that I run between 9mm and 5.56, 223, and 300 blackout. So I will need to get a couple more. And in fact, I have another one over there that I'll probably put together, and I'll show those at some time. But I just want to show you this product. I'm going to open it up. I just got it in this morning, so still haven't opened the package. I'll open up, take a quick look at it, and then I'll do a video of the install at some point to add on to here. Okay, so it comes with everything. Let's see, everything here. Okay, that's all of it. So here are the two tool heads. Let's see what they look like. See how they're very, very small. So you have these lighting boards. See if we can get that to focus, which go on, and if you'll give me a second, I'll show you. So here is one of my tool heads. Now this is an Armanon. So this is a aftermarket tool head for my Dillon 750. And the reason I like it, it's a floating tool head, but nonetheless. So this is for my 9mm, and this little lighting board will fit on there, something like that. So when the tool head goes in, you have lights. Now here's what's neat about the Double Alpha, and this is just an initial reaction, right? To like what comes in the package. I haven't used it. I'll let you know what I think about it when I get done using it. But it is very, very interesting that the control module is not on this board, which is cool. And that's why you can buy another board. And I think this board was like $14 for each board. So I think it's like $40 or so for a kit that includes the whole control module here. But then the boards are like $13 or $14 a piece after that, which is pretty neat. Now, again, this is initial, so I don't know how well this will all work. We will have to see. So here's the control module itself. And I imagine this is the power. Yeah, power supply, so they give you like different types of plugs, EU plugs and standard 110, 220 American plugs, which is what I'm going to use for sure. So there we go. The power, so you get your power supply, your power module, and the connecting wire to connect the power module to the actual board. Right, so you connect that to that, which this is what makes it neat too, is you mount this, and when I get done I'll show you how it's all mounted up, but you'll mount the control module onto your press somewhere, and all you would have to do to change out dies is just when you take out or tool heads, when you take a tool head out, you unplug the wire from the board, and then when you put your new tool head in, you just plug the new board in. And the control module also has a dimmer switch, so it has an on, and then you can have it brighter, or you can control the brightness of your light, which is kind of neat because some of the lighting I've seen almost looks like it's too bright, and it would be good to be able to control that. But anyway, it's a new product that Double Alpha is putting out, and it seems neat. Again, I guess I should have said this to begin with. Like, what is my relationship with Double Alpha? I don't have one. They don't know who I am. I don't have a relationship with anyone. I am an Aero Precision dealer, but I mean that's as far as the relationship goes there. So this stuff I buy and pay for myself, so you'll get an honest review of what I think about it. And initially, I think it's really a neat product. The board itself seems very, very robust. It's not flimsy. I'm not sure how good the LEDs will do, but we'll find that out when I get it put together, right? So my initial thoughts is it looks like it's a decent little system. And I do like how small the boards are, so they could be kept wherever, but you're going to put them on a tool head anyway. So, and like I said, this is my 9mm. I have another right here. So I have another powder drop for this that I haven't installed yet, so that changing out tool heads would be easy. But being able to have a separate board for each tool head to be able to just plug and play with lights ready to go would be absolutely fantastic if it works. Alright, so that's it. Just the initial unboxing of that product. I'll get it, I'll put another video on I'll attach another video onto this. You'll probably move right into me installing this whenever that is, and we'll see how it goes. I'll use it for a while, and then I'll come back and give you an update of what I think about it, if I think it's a good product or not. Initially, seems like a good product. Feels like the manufacturing was done well. It doesn't look cheap, so I'm pleased initially. We'll find out how that goes later. Thanks. Oh, before I go, don't forget, subscribe, like the video, and share it. Simple. If you appreciate the content here, I try to be as honest as I can, as unbiased as I can be. So yeah, that's just the way I am. All right, so let's see about putting the Double Alpha light on the Dillon tool head, one of the Dillon tool heads. I'll probably do both of them. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be a whole lot to it. There's of course, a backing that you peel on the back of this, and then it sticks to the tool head itself. And I have figured out where I want the plug for the control module to be, and it needs to come out off of the front, for me at least, off of the front left of the tool head, right here. So that when it's in, and I'll show you on the press over there when we look at how this works. Why that's important. I've already put the module on the press, but that was just a little quick thing. I'll talk to it when I get over there. But this process is pretty simple. This is my 300 black tool head, and I've had a problem with the seating die. I'm not going to get into that. I may end up having to change that. Anyway, that's why I backed out so far. So I just took the tool head off. I took the powder measure off, and of course took the funnel out of the powder measure die, and got it ready. And what I'm going to do to prep it is just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a rag. Probably might be better to use like a Q-tip, but I don't have any out here right now, so I don't feel like going back to get any more. So I'll just use a little alcohol on this rag. You just kind of wipe the surface here where it's going to stick. Not that there are any oils on there. There shouldn't be, but maybe there are. Just to make sure that we get good surface contact, or good adhesive contact with the surface there. To make sure that it's we get a good seal. And alcohol dries really quickly, so doesn't take long. So let's peel the back of this and see how this goes. There we go. Came right off. That should fit right around the dies. Centered up with the hole. A little bit of downward pressure. And that should be it. So now, when I set this in, I should be able to just plug this up and have light directly into the workspace of the press. Now we're going to jump over to the press over there and take a peek at how this looks. Okay, so here we are at the press, and I'm out of my press on an Inline Fabrications stand here. It just got it up off of the table that I mounted it to. Made it actually the perfect height to operate. So for me, it worked out good to mount the control module right here on the inline press stand, which gives it about the perfect height to come in and to tie into the head and the light board that's there. So here's the head that we just put the light on, and they just slip right into the press. Have two little keepers that go in. Now I should be able to just come up here and plug this in. There we go. That's plugged in, and I'll probably zip tie this wire somewhere right here to hold it out of the way. But now, if everything works fine, I already have it plugged in, which I've got some cable management to do, which, again, this area is a bit of a mess, so please excuse me. So anyway, I should have light. Let's see. There we go. And then, of course, we can dim it. So now that actually works really good. I think you can tell in the video how bright that is. That is actually going to be really nice. And that could be a little bright, but even if it's a little bright, you don't have I mean, you have a good bit of adjustment, and the lowest setting is pretty low. Definitely not too bright. But that's actually really, really, really nice. Now, I went ahead and put the other on this other tool head that I have ready here. So back to the light. Show you how easy it is to switch. So you just take out the head that you have. Well, first you turn your light off. unplug your light, take your head off. Move to your next head, which this one is a little bit different. Instead of straight pins going through here, there are screws. So I have to back those out and get those out of the way. So this tool head mounts a little bit more rigid on the mounting, but then with the dies, which I don't have these in there, so it's made for, you can use it for precision loading. So your dies can actually float just a little bit, which allows them to line up with the brass perfectly. And when I said you could use this for precision long range loading before, that would be mainly for brass work. So working the brass up to get it ready to load. And you probably want to load like on what I've got over there. You can't see it, but anyway, a Forster coax to finish out the loading. But you could definitely work the brass. So anyway, new tool head in, and I won't screw that all the way down, but then you plug it in, and you have light again for that tool head. Now that's pretty neat, and it's exactly what I was looking for so far. Now I'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it has good longevity. LEDs usually last a long time anyway. But yeah, just a little bit of cable management here with some zip ties, and hide some of this stuff here. And that is going to work out really, really well. I really do like the dimming system on it. So you don't have to have it just super, super bright. But you see it does get very bright. Yeah, so that's the double alpha press lighting system. I know they have it for the Dillon 650, 750, the 550, the 1050. They have it for all the other presses as well. I believe they have it for Lee presses, or a bunch of different presses you can get it for. And it is so far, by far, it's like the best setup I've seen, with being able to mount your head or mount your board onto your tool head and not have the whole control module in there with it. So that's separate, allowing you to have cheaper tool heads that can be bought separately. Yeah, that's it. That's that's the little installs, how it goes, and I'll give you an update later after I've used it for a while. Thanks for sticking around. See you all later.